Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. We are so excited to have you again. There is an adage in Pidgin English that says, trouble they sleep, Nyangago wake up. And that's exactly what has happened between the former president of Nigeria, Olusegun Obasanjo, and the Kakanfo of Yoruba land, talking about Gani Adams. Now, both of them met somewhere, and I just want to give you a brief, because why I'm giving you a brief of what had happened previously is because Gani Adams have decided to respond to what Obasanjo said some 6 days ago when they all met in the house of one of the Afenifere chieftains, precisely Adebanjo. They met together, and when they met together, there was this outcry that both of them have finally reconciled, because possibly the Yorubas mostly have noticed that two of them have not been towing the same path, and they have not really met or greeted or something. So when that happened, when they shook hands together in Adebanjo's house, and when Obasanjo paid him a visit, people now were like, wow, finally, they have reconciled. And Obasanjo came up. And instead of keeping quiet, because most of the time, whenever it has to do with certain person, it's best you keep quiet. You don't respond. Just pretend as if nothing had happened. But Obasanjo has to speak up. And he made Nigerians to understand that there had been nothing, there's nothing like existing trouble between him and the person of Gani Adams. And he just concluded, he said, I have no quarrel with Gani Adams, but for his past ways of life, which was not in accord with my standard and principle I have in the past, both in government and out of government, refused to grant Gani request to visit me. If at all anything feels I have, or anybody feels I have quarrel with him on her or her that needs reconciliation, such reconciliation would in no doubt take place in my residence in Abeokuta only. That was what Obasanjo had to tell Nigerians. Now, Gani Adams has finally responded to Obasanjo, and this time around is a serious knock. Oh, I tell you the whole truth. Nobody expected it in this light, because Gani Adams just took time and said some very strong words, which I feel that Obasanjo, if he is reasonable enough, will not respond to him, because, you know, somehow you can see the difference in age and virtually everything. But first of all, let's just look at the response he gave to Obasanjo. The Are or Kakanfo of Yoruba land, Are Gani Adams, on Tuesday said he does not have a reason to reconcile with former President Olusegun Obasanjo, noting that his guardian angel will not forgive him if he reconciled with the former president. Gani Adams, who spoke at a press conference at his Omole residence in Lagos, berated the former president, who cast aspersion on his character. It was recently reported that the former president and Are Kakanfo of Yoruba land had reconciled their 15-year-old feud at Adebanjo's residence in Lagos. But Obasanjo dismissed the reconciliation, saying he has no fight to warrant reconciliation with Adams. According to Obasanjo, he opened up, he said, it is true that I paid a personal visit to Chief Adebanjo at his residence in Lekki Phase 1 on December 2nd, 2020, and I met Gani Adams there. I have no quarrel with Gani Adams, but for his past way of life, which was not in accordance with my standard and principle I have in the past, both in government and out of government, refused to grant Gani requests to visit me. However, reacting to Obasanjo's remark, Gani Adams said it was necessary for him to respond to the former president. Besides, Adams expressed worry over the state of insecurity in the country, saying the only way to address the state of insecurity is for us to restructure the country. When we restructure our security, we can have 4 levels of police. We can have the federal, the regional, the state, and local government police. That is what he had to say. But he has slammed Obasanjo. I tell you the whole truth, that if he reconciled with Obasanjo, his guardian angels will be angry with him. And the question is, what did Obasanjo do that he has to make such statement? And I tell you the whole truth that this is going to trigger another thing, except one side decides to, just keep quiet and pretend as if nothing has happened. Now, one of the things I would want to talk about is the fact that we should learn to let go of people's past sometimes and take them by their face value. You understand? Because if we must tell ourselves the good truth, whoever Gani Adam was in the past, he has changed a great deal because he's of great value, especially when we are talking about security, especially in Yoruba land. He has been of immense importance. There are some suggestions he has made. There are some things he has said, just like listening to what he has just suggested here. I look at it as a welcome development. Having, 4 levels of security will go an extra mile to control a lot of things in the state. He said the first one should be the federal police, there should be the regional police, there should also be the state police, and also the local government police. And I think this will go an extra mile to correct some of the ills in our society. It would checkmate the rate or the growing rate of crime, because by the time you know that if you snatch the back of someone here and the next turn you're going to meet a policeman, automatically you're not going to do such a thing. You understand? So you just realize that no matter what he has done in the past, which oftentimes we see young people doing, right now he's a changed person. So addressing him based on his fact is a kind of bringing back that consciousness, and you want him to talk back at you. I feel that if we have to retrospect to some of the past of some of our presidents, some of our leaders, political leaders, nobody will even sit in a round table and eat with them, because some of them have committed some very horrible things. They have done things that even right now in their secret, if they want to tell themselves some good truth, they are regretting why they did what they did. You understand? So for you, knowing that those who live in glass house should not throw stone, if you know you have a past that is not perfect, that is not good, it's ideal for you to stay off criticizing others and trying to bring to the glare how bad they had been in their past. It makes no sense. Whatever, I personally, when I saw that response from President Olusegun Obasanjo, my expectation, I wasn't okay with it, but he has the right to say whatever he has to say. But personally, I wasn't okay with it, because I felt that at the point that they have found themselves, it would have just a case of responding and said, we didn't have any fight. I'm very much okay, just that maybe our paths have not been crossing as expected, but for me, I don't have any trouble with him. And you just nail it there. But going an extra mile to explaining that his part, it wasn't good enough, he didn't meet up with your morals and all of that, can trigger a lot of things. Wisdom is profitable to direct. Olusegun Obasanjo is almost, I think, close to 90 years, and he's also a very wise man, I would say, but that one was just a slip for him. And I think also that Gani Adams did not make it so elaborate, talking about other details, though it was just dropping that. Possibly, I pray that Olusegun Obasanjo won't pick it up and begin to make further statements so that it will not escalate beyond the level that we have seen it right now. But for me, the suggestion he has made about insecurity is a great one there, and I'm hopeful that our leaders will listen to him, and possibly when they are reviewing our constitution once again, they can, restructure the country, and so that there will be room for those kind of suggestion that he has made. We'd like to leave it there. Go to our comment section. What do you think about the response by Gani Adam? Do you think that Obasanjo will fire back at him? Let's interact in our